So the first card that I'm picking is going to be, what does money mean to you? What does it mean to you? So what do we have? Okay, so we have the Leo and the Strength card. So this means that for you, money gives you a sense of pride. It gives you a sense of accomplishment. It also creates status for you within your community, and it also helps you provide. So it really gives you a wonderful sense of pride. But I want to get some clarification on that just to see where that pride is coming from. Oh, okay, so the angel of strength. Again, we have here this Leo energy. So money is definitely something that gives you a sense of worth and pride, and maybe even, helps you to feel satisfied with yourself, which is that's a good relationship to have to money. So what is your relationship to the energy of money? So money does have its own energy, just like any other object that's, got molecules and atoms and subatomic molecules, because it's like a currency, or it is a currency, and it flows through different hands. So it definitely has an energy. So what is that energy? How does it affect you? So let's take a look. Take a look. Okay, so we got the Draco card, which is the Nine of Wands. So this tells me that money, the energy of money creates a challenge for you. You always feel like you're trying to conquer something to get there, and it always seems like a little bit elusive, like, how do I slay the dragon? How do I slay the dragon? And that's the kind of energy. So it's a little bit, I would say, on the negative side, because as a Virgo, I really think that you guys are so able to put a strategy into place, and you're very hard workers. So you may be putting this challenge, or this energy of challenge, in your way, and if you would just look at it a little bit differently, it may help you to actually manifest more money. So I'm not saying slack off or anything, but I'm saying give yourself a break, or appreciate what you've already accomplished, and look back and realize what your capabilities and abilities are. Okay, so let's get some clarification on that from the energy card. Okay, so the door to value. So this door to value is always open to you, and you know that it is, because anytime you've ever needed anything, you're not afraid to work hard for it. So that's basically what that tells me. Okay, so the next card is, what is your relationship, or actually we did that one, sorry. What does money offer you? So when you finally do have money, what does it offer you? What kind of feeling does it give you, or what kind of support does it give you? So let's check it out. Okay, so the serpents, and it's the Four of Cups. So it helps you emotionally. When you get the money, you feel more emotionally secure and more emotionally stable. So let's see what kind of um, clarification we can get on that. Okay, so it's a woman holding a coin. So this is a feminine energy of someone that you've probably known in the past that was able to manifest money for themselves. And if you look up to that person, and when you make money, you feel accomplished like that person. So it could be a parent, it could be even like a coworker, or somebody that you know that's really created a good life for themselves. And whenever you get money, it offers you this feeling of self-respect, much like what you've noticed before in this person who has been maybe influential in your life, or some sort of muse or something of that nature. Okay, so then the next card is, how do you make the most of your money? All right, so to me, this kind of means like, how do you reinvest your money? So let's find out. Okay, so the Five of Wands, which is the Crater card, and that's one, two, three, four, five manifestations, and also the Jupiter card and the Leo card. So we're getting a lot of Leo again here too in this particular reading. So how do you make the most of your money? It's doing things that give you pride in yourself. I mean, this just keeps coming up over and over and over again. Anything that makes you feel accomplished is how you make the most of your money. So if you don't feel connected to something that you're spending money on, and it doesn't give you a sense of accomplishment, just don't buy it, or don't pay for it. I mean, I'm sure there's things that you have to buy because it's your, responsibility, or something that helps you to survive. But I mean, that's what everybody has to pay that sort of toll. But just don't spend your money on anything that doesn't make you feel accomplished. Let me get some more clarification on that. Okay, so you take action. So when you make money, you take action to invest that money or to reinvest that money into yourself, because that's going to give you pride. Reinvest into your business. So whenever you, if say you made $2,000, don't spend the whole $2,000 on something that's not going to make you happy. Spend that $2,000 on reinvesting in something that's going to bring you happiness and more abundance. Okay, so that's how you make the most of that money. And now, are you working with a budget surplus, or are you working with like a budget shortfall or a deficit? So let's find out what you have going on. And this is an interesting card because in the other readings I have been getting a spring card or summer card or winter card or something like that. And so I just want to see what happens here for yours. Okay, so you got the Lepus, which is the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords. So that tells me you have some surplus, but it doesn't tell me a timeline of when that surplus is going to run out. It could mean 7 months from now if you don't make any money by then, or you might, the other cards were a little bit more clear, but in this situation, like, I think that you've manifested maybe enough money to last 7 months, and then you would have to start dipping into your savings or something like that. But you do have a surplus as far as I can tell here. And then also with this twin flame card, or the lovers Gemini in there, maybe you and your partner, if you're with somebody, have saved up some money as well. So now let's get some clarification just to check out. Okay, so the cornucopia. So you do have some surplus. So that's good. So, that should give you a breath of fresh air. All right. Now, is there an expense that you should eliminate? Now, this is my favorite card that I've been picking for the other ones, because I'm like, so that's what you're spending your money on. But then the last reading, I was like, when I did Leo, I couldn't quite figure out what they had been spending their money on. So maybe yours is a little bit more, easily noticeable. Okay, so the Ten of Wands, which is the fire card. Okay, so this would seem to say that in terms of what you're spending your money on is basically just trying to manifest your goals or trying to get to your goals, because you are very passionate about what you're doing. So you may be buying nice business clothes, you may be reinvesting a lot, you may be had to get a car to get where you're going, but it seems like you do spend a lot of money on trying to make money. So that is what I see here. All right, let me get some clarification on that. Yep. Okay, so the door to healing and personal happiness here. So personal healing and happiness. So you do spend a lot of money on trying to make money. That's what I mean. But also what I would say from this card too is that don't let your need for money or your striving for money, don't let that get in the way of you making sure you stay healthy and you stay focused on your body and your mind and your spirit and all of that stuff, because you don't want to leave your health behind just because you're pushing so hard to challenge yourself to make this money. So because at the end you want all of this, you want to have happiness, and you want to have your body in good shape, okay? So don't work yourself into a frenzy. Okay, so the next thing that we want to talk about is what's a realistic financial goal and when might you reach that? So again, I was getting some seasonal cards on this. I don't know if that's going to happen for you, but let's see. Okay, well, no. This is the Neptune card, and it is the Hanged Man. Okay, so this means to me, it kind of goes with the story that we're talking about so far, is that you have a surplus right now, and so that's okay, and you've been reinvesting back into yourself. That's been good. You might have spent a little bit too much money on that. But then this means that you can stop for a while and reflect and start to strategize again, which hopefully you'll do on June the 2nd. Like I've been telling, the other signs, because that's a really good time to strategize. And that's going to help you reach your goals, is just kind of by relaxing, taking a look back at what you've been spending your money on and doing, and then maybe do a budget for yourself, or look back to see how well you did with your budget last year. So that would help you to reach your financial goals, is just kind of take stock of everything that you've already done. But let's get clarification to see if I'm right. Okay, so the Healer of Ages, that's this card here. So this tells me it's time for you to focus on your spiritual soul to get where you're going. That's going to help you with this goal that you're after, is to go ahead and start healing yourself physically, emotionally, spiritually, and really take time for yourself. That's what the Hangman does, is he takes time for himself and he reflects, and that's actually going to help you get close to your goal. You may not think that, but you actually put great energy out into the universe when you take care of yourself and you do good things for yourself, and then that will help you to feel recharged and refreshed, and other people will see you happy and refreshed, and they're going to be like, oh, well, you seemed frantic before and frustrated, and you seemed very desperate or whatever. Then you're going to have this different energy, and then people are going to see that, and then they're going to want to gravitate towards you, and it's going to help you financially. So what can you do to reach this goal more quickly? I just want to see what the cards say about that one. Okay, so we got the Four of Swords, which is the Pisces. Again, start reflecting. Start reflecting. That's what Pisces do, is they really look at their situation and they start to reflect. So it's just reiterating right here how you get closer to your goal. And the clarification is a woman holding a heart. So this is unconditional love for yourself. So that's another thing that you want to start when you start reflecting. Remember having love for your body and for yourself, and nurturing yourself, because that's important at that time too. And then lastly, what is the best thing you can spend your money on? I think it's going to be something like yoga at this point, because it just seems like you need to reflect. But let's see what it says. Okay, all right, so it says the Three of Cups. So the best thing you could do is get away, travel. That's okay to spend your money on as soon as things let up. And then maybe on this new journey or this new travel experience, something, some door will open financially. So let's see if that's true. All right, well, here's the appreciation card. So what that tells me is that on that journey, in order for you to make more money and manifest more for yourself, when you go on that journey, you're going to start to appreciate what you already have, or appreciate what other people have. I remember when I first went to Jamaica, and I saw, things that were happening, and I really had an appreciation for the people there and how happy they were, and it made me appreciate my life more and appreciate what I had more, and and they always give, what they have to offer, without any question. So they're very giving and nurturing people. So it makes you appreciate life. So maybe on this trip you go somewhere and it makes you appreciate life. And again, that's going to create good energy. It's going to bring positivity into your life. And if you feel a little low on positivity, please go check out the chakra videos that I did this month. I had to batch them all up in one particular load up, because they go in a series, because you do the energy card reading first and then you watch the chakras. But in this particular case, you want rest and relaxation, so maybe check out the root chakra. That might help, and then see how that makes you feel. Okay, so if you like this video, thank you so much. Give me a like, give me a share, leave a comment, let me know how you liked the video, what you liked about it, or what you want to see next, and then also subscribe to the channel.